Hello everyone and welcome to the Deercast. Today you are joining us for a discussion video and we are going to be talking about ammunition and whether you should be reloading or not. So get asked the question quite a lot whether people should consider reloading. I myself am a reloader, so people often ask, is it worth it, why do you do it, etc, etc. We're going to cover the advantages and disadvantages, or the advantages and disadvantages that I personally think there are. But first, just to make a point, is that this is a 130 grain Barnes TTSX bullet. It's one that I've hand loaded. I've also got some in the cabinet that are factory. But for me, to hand load this in terms of cost, it's £2.51 a round, and that includes £1 for the case. So my costings are £1 for the case, £1 and 3 pence for the bullet, 28p for the powder, and 20 pence for the primer. So coming out at £2.51. Now, if you don't include the case, on the basis that you can reuse that case over and over again, it's £1.15. Now, to buy 20 of these bullets from your local rifle dealer or from our local rifle dealer is 70 something pounds for 20 bullets. So puts it at a pretty hefty cost of £3.75 per bullet. So you can see you almost get two of these hand loads for one factory or shop bought bullet. Now, the advantages in my mind for reloading are, firstly, you get immense amount of satisfaction from making something yourself, it working and doing a great job. I just get a bit of a buzz from doing something like that. The second one is the cost, as we've just gone through. The third one is that you can tailor this to your rifle and make it as accurate as you possibly want it. So again, the difference between this home loaded bullet and the factory stuff is the factory stuff gives me about 1 minute of accuracy. With these, I get a quarter of a minute of accuracy, purely because I've tweaked the powder charge and tweaked, as you can probably see on that, the seating depth of the bullet is actually slightly longer than the factory stuff comes. The other advantage, massive advantage for me particularly, is supply. In that, for me, if I'm going to buy these from shop, I've got to guarantee or be able to guarantee that a shop is always going to have that supply of bullets in stock for me when I want them. Whereas if I go out, I can order bullet heads here in the UK and they can be posted to me, and I can order as many as I like, have them sat in a cupboard and then load them up whenever I need them, so I know I'm never going to run out. The other and final big advantage is you can tailor ammunition to whatever your application is. So I've experimented with some slightly lighter 110 grain Barnes TTSX bullets, and trying to find loaded rounds of those was virtually impossible, whereas finding the bullet heads online was really easy, and I was able to order them and build essentially the bullet that I wanted to try for myself. And I know some other people have done the same, whether they've intentionally gone for a very heavy or a very light bullet, or they've gone very slow, they've gone very heavy, very fast in terms of powder charge. And some people even making subsonic ammunition for sort of centerfire cartridges. So you really can completely tailor a bullet and make a bullet for your particular application. Now, there are, as with anything, some disadvantages to doing it. The first one, ironically, is actually cost, because although I say I can get two of these home loaded bullets for one factory bullet, I have had to go out and buy probably at least £1,000 worth of equipment to be able to do that. Admittedly, some of that equipment is quite good, and you could probably have done it for half the price if you wanted to, if you just sort of bought slightly more budget kit or you bought second-hand kit. But there still is that cost to factor into it, and you've also got to factor in your time, the immense amount of time it takes to sit down, prep all the brass properly, then load these up with powder, seat the bullets, put the primer in, etc, etc. It does all take time, and if you're quite time poor, all those advantages we've gone through might not actually be worth it. The final disadvantage to hand loading is you've got to be sure you know what you're doing. Potentially, if something goes wrong with this, that's your health, your rifle safety, etc. completely out the window. Whereas you go into the shop and you buy some factory loaded ammunition, you're putting your faith and your confidence in a professional having made that bullet and it hopefully working well. So very quick video for you guys. They're just running through the advantages and disadvantages. We've done a brief video already on some of the kit you'll need to get started. We're also going to do a short video series at some point showing you each step of the process going through and reloading, providing YouTube allows that on their platform, but we'll see. Anyway, hope you've liked this video, and as per usual, please remember to comment, like and subscribe. Thank you very much.